Hello there. I would like to make a video about why I quit my job. One of the topics I want to talk about is because I was working as a dishwasher at the restaurant. I've made a few videos about that to say that I'm not happy with my job. Uh, I find it too difficult, and it just takes a lot too much out of me. So I wrote a letter to my employer to explain why I'm quitting. Uh, it is because I am not able to express myself. That is the main reason that I give. That I give. I'm only used to carry heavy things. I find that in the past over a decade of training that I've had in the arts and in peer support and different things that are my interest. So I said this is not according to it's not using any of those skills that I've worked so hard to gain. Uh, and I've had a manual labor job before. I was in construction as a teenager. It is one of my biggest regret in life is to have not had enough assertiveness to be able to refuse this job, and I was just continuing in that in construction because I wanted to please. I was a people pleaser, so I don't want to be caught up in the same situation now where I would be in a manual labor job and being unhappy and still continuing because there's so much that I can work on in here at home. I said I have all the supplies, the art supplies that I need. I have my laptop now, my internet, my guitars, so I can work full time here at home. Even if I'm not paid, it doesn't matter. This is much more better for me. Uh, to be having this job, even if it's some people would say it's a hobby, but I don't agree with. Anyway, so that's the reason why I left because I have a lot of things that have happened in my life, and it only makes sense to pursue to have a certain continuity in that. And I feel like if I'm having a manual labor job, I'm basically going back to what got me sick in the first place. Because in my early 20s, I ended up with substance abuse in the hospital on meds, having anxiety, psychosis, etc. And was completely related to being a Jehovah's Witness as well as being in construction full time. So I stood up. I had no choice. I was sick. It got me sick, but the illness was a pathway towards more authenticity in my life. So this is how I see it. Uh, so basically, I want to be able to work with ideas, and I want to be able to work with emotions and creativity. I want to be using bringing original, unthought of solutions, helping people emotionally. I want to get to know people up close and be understood. And in this job, I was not. I was not allowed to even have any type of expression. Even the people there, they're arriving super like angry and throwing the dishes there, and they just expect me to wash the dishes, and there's really no depth of interaction that's happening. I'm lucky if somebody says hi to me. Uh, so I'm like, well, why would I even pay attention to the people there if they're not paying attention to me, if they're not caring enough to hear where I'm from, what's my story, what is all that. if they're not interested, I'm not interested in them. So I'm taking away. I'm like a puppet there when I'm there. I feel like somebody else is moving my arms and moving my body in order to make this job happen, because I'm getting paid for it. But this is not making me happy. It's making me worse. It's not good for me. Even my fungus is getting worse. So because of the humidity and everything. So I don't care if people think that, no, you need to get a job. You need to get a job. This is very important. Even if it's a professional people that are giving me this advice, I would not take it because I don't agree with it. I think it's not helping me, because even if I do have money, what am I supposed to be doing with the money? I wanted to get dance classes with the money. I wanted to get art materials. I already have art materials. I would love to have a better housing, but that is probably taking a lot more money. So right now I'm getting a subsidy and ODSP that's paying this rent. So moving out of here, I don't know. I'm kind of anchored here, and I'm kind of happy that this is stable. So I don't want to take any risk in moving out, and then you never know. Is this gonna be stable or holding, or is it going to be sinking? Like Jesus, the Sermon on the Mountain. I don't know why I'm thinking of that. Yeah, so that's the first segment of my video. The second segment is my autobiography. How is it going? It is. I'm basically, I wrote the majority of things that I remember from my life. So it's a good 2/3 done, and now I'm in my recovery from Jehovah's Witnesses, which was an exciting part of my life. It was a good part of my life, moving to Montreal. Even if I was homeless during that time, it was much better than anything that I had experienced before. Uh, and so I'm excited to be sharing that. I don't know if I'm going to be sharing it, but maybe I could translate to English a little bit, at least in videos. Um, but there's so much things to be talking about that it's impossible. Uh, uh, yeah. So this wraps up my video. Thank you for listening.